Hello everyone, my name is Dev and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I am going to be testing out Ottsdarva's beginner solo survivor build in Dead by Daylight. If you don't know who Ottsdarva is, you probably live under a rock. He's one of the biggest DBD content creators. And all information about this build can be found on ottsdarva.com. I very recently have been getting back into Dead by Daylight, and I'm starting to play with some new people, some people who are just getting into the game for the first time. So I want to simulate what it's like to have to go and get teachable perks for myself and try to teach myself the ropes of the game again, just so I put myself on an even playing field. I just want to see if these kind of solo beginner style builds really are oriented towards the beginner player. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. I almost forgot to say what variation of the build that I'm running. I am running the Feng Min teachable version, which involves Kindred, which reveals the survivor's aura and shows all your teammates what's going on when you're on the hook, as well as the killer. Alert, which shows the killer's aura to you for 5 seconds after they break a pallet or do any breaking action. Lithe, which is sprint burst, but when you vault over pallets or windows, and Deja Vu, which reveals the 3 closest generators to each other and gives you a 6% bonus to repair speeds. So all in all, I think this is a very, very good beginner build, because what beginners struggle with is knowing what to do while unhooking, knowing where to find gens, knowing where the killer is, and having the ability to get away from the killer in a chase in a tight situation. So hopefully I'm able to display all of that in this game. Maybe, probably not, but we'll find out. All right, we are on Autohaven Wreckers, Wretched Shop variation. Decent setup. See, we can see immediately we're getting value off of Deja Vu here, finding where the 3 gens are at. Our teammates are hopping on them early. One of the bonuses to using Puppet's Pig. Oh, I got caught on literally everything. I'm gonna walk here. Vault, use Lithe, run to another loop. So she's off me now. So there's an example. Like I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by the pig. Where Lithe is not as punishing, I would argue, as a perk like Sprint Burst is, because with Sprint Burst, it makes you feel inclined to walk around the map the whole time, which is not super duper efficient for just time spent. So we're getting a lot of value out of Deja Vu here as well. But yeah, like I was saying, Sprint Burst leaves you inclined to walk around the map for a large duration of the game, so you don't waste your Sprint Burst, so that you can use it at the perfect time right when the killer is getting close to you, so you can try to bait out a swing, hopefully. Oh, Infectious Fright. So she should just pick up here. Okay, well, that guy rage quit. That's fine. And we're getting the 6% extra bonus speed to doing generators, which is incredible. The pig just broke the pallet. And so now, oop, let's get this done. Oh, he's going to heal me. Fair enough. All right. Thank you, bot. So our other teammate's in chase because he was on the other side of the map. So we know that the pig is on Shack's side. Deja Vu also has an amazing bonus, like I was talking about earlier, where 3-genning is a very strong strategy that can come out from killers, and this perk kind of completely prevents it from happening, because you're able to see the 3 closest generators, so you know which generators to prioritize to avoid a 3-gen situation. Thankfully, this Renato is actually looping incredibly well. He has made a lot of time for us, enough time for me to get a gen done, and enough time for the Dwight to get the unhook, and for me and the Renato to heal. So this has been quite an amazing chase, actually, from our teammate. Very big props to him. Buying a lot of time. Something you don't usually get in these solo queue lobbies. Usually the survivor that is being chased is not able to buy as much time as this. So this is definitely a very skilled player and kind of an outlier for what you would call a beginner situation. All right, well, apparently I'm not able to drop the pallet. That was really bad by me. Teammate either has a med kit or a self-healing. It was definitely a med kit. He did it way too fast. Now, because of Kindred, they can all see each other, so they know what's going on, breaking the pallet. So now we see the pig as well. Pig is engaging in chase. She is full committing to that guy. We can see her over there in the distance. This guy's going to go for the unhook. I'm going to hope he'll heal me, because we still haven't done a gen yet. So I have plenty of time to get the head set off, or the trap, whatever. Now, I'm not going to prioritize that right now. I'm going to prioritize getting more progress done on the gens, and then I'll take the headset off. And now that this gen is done, this actually does put me in a way worse position. Pig was nearby. Still chasing. Okay. So she does have some add-on that makes removing the traps take longer. Unfortunately, because that gen did get done, it puts us closer to a 3-gen situation, and I have to look for probably a lot longer. I don't have time now to finish generators or help the team out in any productive way. I just need to do full recovery mode for getting the headset off. Hopefully this will get the trap off my head, but knowing me, it probably won't. Nope. Fortunately, these 3 traps are very close to each other. See the killer kicking a pallet. And we get Kindred value as well. I know the pig saw me. I'm just hoping she won't commit to me. It's always the last one you check, isn't it? So we can see here that if I do that gen in Shack, then we'll have a really, really far 3-gen going. So I'm going to prioritize doing this one in Shack over anything else, which is very good because it appears like our teammate is here too. If he wants me to heal him, I will. It seems like he just wants to commit to the gen. No, he does want heals. All right. If this guy wants to as well, I'm going to give him as much free time as possible. Pig just kicked somewhere. Guy is running her to Shack. Quite unfortunate that I'm going to be able to get the heal off. And then I'm just going to have to make distance and motor. Hopefully she'll commit to me. She will commit to me. I'm fine with eating a hit here. This game is not about, or this display, I guess we could call it, is not about me playing perfectly or even like efficiently in a lot of instances. This is just more about me showing off how a beginner would be able to use this build. If I was trying to play super efficiently, I would have stayed a lot closer to a lot of these setups, but I have not. So that was a swing we lost. Killer's around here somewhere. I think I'm gonna go down here. Yep. That's perfectly fine. Bought as much time as possible. Hopefully our teammates can get to work on that gen. Looks like they're not gonna commit to the one in pallet, but they can. Okay, 2 headsets on me. Feels bad, man. I prefer if they didn't complete that gen, but I understand why they're gonna do it. This one's pretty close to being done. Kick that. Now our teammate has to get the headset off them, while I also have to get my headset off. Pig is here. I'm gonna eat a hit for our teammate so that he can get away. Because I also initiated chase, it means that I'm gonna have to motor over here really quickly and then mend myself and then try to get the headset off. We're in a very rough position now because we have 2 people that are essentially not gonna be able to work on gens, which is me and the Dwight. And the last player is a bot, which means they're completely unreliable to do generators or altruistic actions or do basically anything to be productive for the team. I feel like this build has actually enabled a lot for me in this match so far. Able to get the trap off on the first search, really, really beneficial for me. I'm gonna run straight towards our teammate. Because I don't see the pig, I know that she's not nearby, because regardless of if she's stealthed or not, I should be able to still see her because of Kindred. So she is here. She's gonna go for me probably, if she's smart. She is going for me here. I'm just gonna proc my life and make as much distance as possible, try to get to Shack. I don't know if Shack pallet is down. It is down, actually. I remember we saw her kick it earlier. Try to get this window. Can't make the window. Unfortunate. Game is over for me, but it still gives our teammates a lot of time to do other things. Which, at the end of the day, when you're solo queue, that's all you can really hope for. Could have played these chases a lot better, obviously. But yeah, not a bad first game. Yeah, so you can see here that this is a bot, so we can't really expect anything good from it. Quite unfortunately. It's not going to be doing much of anything in a lot of these matches, so. Alright, next map is on the Backwater Swamp, Grim Pantry. I used to enjoy this map a lot. I don't think I enjoy it as much anymore, because I think they did a rework at some point. I don't know, I've been out of the loop for about 2 years. So I'm just gonna make my way through the middle of the map. Quite dangerous to do this, but it's fine. It's a Wraith? Okay, good to know. He's probably will uncloak on us here. Really unlucky positioning from me. Quite poor. So hopefully he'll commit. Looking like he will. Alright, well, I fucked up really badly. Alright, next map is on Midwich. So this is one of those maps where I think we can actually get a really good look at how this build works, because this is a map that... It's a nurse, okay. This is a map that typically people struggle with for newer players because it's a very confusing layout. A lot of the hallways look the same, and trying to find generators, not regenerating yourself is a very difficult task. This also has not a ton of vaults, not a ton of pallets that can be used. It has a lot more vaults, so... The nurse is upstairs from the sounds of it. So I'm just gonna stick on this gen, honestly. So we actually did get value from alert there because we saw which gen she kicked, which is this one at the end of the hallway, which means that that was the ones our teammates were working on. So it should be the closest to being done. Let's see if our teammate will let us heal here. Let me heal, let me heal, let me heal. All right, never mind, she doesn't. Okay. Jesus Christ. She is charging a blink upstairs. We just saw her. Perfectly using Kindred, actually. So she is going to go for a hit. I think she's just going to go straight for our teammate, which is good because that means I can get the unhook right here very easily. Unfortunately, it does put us in a bit of a position where the nurse knows we're here and can blink down very quickly if she chooses to do so. She's not. So I'm going to get the medkit heal. Now she should kick the gen and then blink down here as quick as she can. So that looks like what she's going to do. She's going to do that. We're going to do the heal. So now she's going to know exactly where we're at. So I'm just going to crouch here. Yep, she just kicked the gen. She's on her way down right now as we speak. So she's going to get that free hit. That's fine. I'll make as much distance as possible. crouch. Throw this down. Vault. Die. Horrifically. Very intelligent play by me. So she is going to tunnel out here, which is not great. Stop that gen from regressing. Whew. So that nurse knew what she was doing. She blinked down, scared me, and then went back upstairs. Pretty good on her part. So now we should probably regroup with our team at this point and begin to heal each other. Because she has good vision on all three of the generators, so we'll start with her getting healed first, because she... So the Jill is cleansing her Tormented Totem, which is great for her. So, but unfortunately now the killer knows exactly where she is because of that. So I'm gonna get healed now. And now we have a 3-gen that we are able to protect, breaking the door in between that room to watch out for that gen. So she now knows that we're not on that gen, she's kicking that gen, so she should make her way out here to this gen, if she knows what's good for her. But in that meanwhile, I will make my way back upstairs, even though it is a dead zone, unless Meg wants to. So the Jill is currently on the gen up there. You can't see where my finger's pointing, it's that one. Because that was the one with the most progress on it. So now the killer's decision is split between going after us. Okay, so I can see her here. Just gonna pre-drop this and vault. Get as much distance as I can. She's going back up there. She's gonna kill the Jill, I should say. So now with Pimento on, which is a hex perk that you can see down at the bottom corner of the screen, she's kicking the gen again. It's going to make doing this almost impossible. Definitely puts us in a very rough situation. Hope she picks up. She's kicking the gen. Oh, must have had flashbang. Jill flashbanged that. All right, everyone, that was all the games that I'm going to do today. Done and dusted for this build. All in all, I would have to rate this build a solid 8 out of 10. The games that I had weren't great, but that was mainly due to my own performance, not as much the build. Especially in the game with the pig, I felt like the aura reading abilities that I was getting from my perks was invaluable information as a solo queued survivor. And as a beginner trying to understand where the killer is and what is happening, what your team is doing, and what you should be doing. With the consideration that this is a more beginner-focused build in mind, there's no way I could put it any lower than an 8 out of 10. I implore you all to go out and try this build for yourself if you're a beginner player. But guys, I've been Dev, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, you nerds.